Yo, what's good YouTube? This is Dominique, aka Mr. Kid Thunder 2, coming back at you guys for another video. So basically today, what I'm gonna shoot a video on is basically my life at OCS. Basically everything I go through and talk about my daily procedures and things I do like that. So usually when I'm not XO, when I'm XO, I get up at about 4:30 in the morning and then I come downstairs. But if you're a normal person and you're just getting up for the day, you get up at about 05:20, and if you're up at 05:20, that gives you 10 minutes to make your bed. You're gonna sleep in your PT clothes. That's the sleeping uniform. So you get up about, I'd say 05:20. Your alarm clock is usually your phone. I think about 95% of the people use their phones as their alarm clocks, or they use basically their alarm clock. Like they actually go out and buy an alarm clock or bring it. But I don't really recommend that because it's an extra waste of money and you kind of want to save money here. So like I said, you get up about 05:20, that'll give enough time to brush your teeth, put on deodorant, and put on your PT belt, put on your camelback, put on your shoes, and then walk out the door and put on your socks if you don't sleep in your socks. So let's say you're outside. A PT formation is 05:40 for Bravo. I think it's like every company has different formation times for PT. I know when Alpha was in session, theirs was before 05:40. Charlie's is before 05:40. But PT is usually like, I'd say about an hour and 30 minutes. So you get up, PT, you do conditioning, movement drills and everything from 05:40 to 06. You PT from like 06 to 07. Then you go to breakfast. The company that has the later breakfast time is usually the company that's latest in cycle. For example, Bravo. Right now, like our breakfast is like at 08. So usually we get done with PT at like 7:15, and then we go upstairs and time to change clothes. We get about 20-25 minutes to change clothes. All through cycle, we had like not that much time. We got like maybe 10 minutes to change clothes. So you're running up, you're like done with PT, then you're running upstairs and you're like, I need to change clothes, and you change clothes and everything. And you're finally dressed and you run back downstairs with your, usually it's like your assault pack or like your flick. So if you're after all the classes, the first 4 weeks is like college. You get up, you go to PT, and you run back upstairs, you run back downstairs, get information to get to class. It's like, whatever. It's like rough. And then, because nobody's really expecting, you're not really getting that much time to change. So you're like, dang it, you gotta run upstairs, put on this stupid ascot, and then put on this uniform, and all these gnats in my face, put on this uniform, and then get back downstairs. That's in the first 4 weeks. But if you're in after the first 4 weeks, the 5th week, you're in the field that week for land nav, and then you come back and you do squad sticks. So if you're here doing squad sticks or training for platoon sticks, you go upstairs and you get back down with your flick, your flight load carry, if you don't know what that is, where you hold your magazines and stuff at. That usually hangs like down here somewhere. Your flick and maybe possibly your ACH. You go get your M16, your M249, your M240 Bravo. And basically stuff like that. Like, oh my gosh, I don't really miss that. Having to run upstairs and run back downstairs, but that's it. And you come back down for training. And training is after breakfast. During breakfast, you usually sit with your company. If you're in the black or the blue ascot, that basically means you get 10 minutes to eat and no talking all day. I mean, at the DFAC. But if you're in the white ascot, that means you can take as much time as you need to, chew your food, see what it tastes like. You don't need 10 minutes to eat. I think we actually get less time than basic. I'm not even sure. So that's basically that. So yeah, breakfast, and you come back down. Like I said, between breakfast and lunch is training. You go to lunch, you come back. After lunch to dinner is also training, okay? Here's where it gets a little tricky. After dinner, there's a possibility you could have training, but it varies a lot. So it's like, depending on your squad, if your squad wants to come out, or if you're in platoon sticks phase, your platoon could come out. If you're in class phase, If you're not in history, then you're really not going to do any extra studying with anybody. But if you're in history, you're probably going to be doing group study after dinner. For Bravo, we had classes every day after history, so we only had like 3 hours to study. If lights out was at like 10, probably had 2 to 3 hours of study every day after history. Kind of sucked, but you know, that's life, right? So yeah, after dinner, your remedial studying, and then like, it seems like after branching, when we came back from platoon, or not, before we went to platoon, if you knew you branched infantry, it seems like I saw a lot of the infantry guys outside, like doing more work, like running and doing physical fitness out there on, you guys can see that, Taylor Field back there. You pretty much saw them out all the time. Infantry guys are really high speed, really physical. That's not everybody, but a lot of the infantry guys were out there. And I also did see the prior service guys that were infantry. They seemed to like go out there too. They seem to come out here and like do things also. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty cool. Day's not too bad. I know that I took a little dip in motivation after history because I failed history the first time through, so that kind of sucked. So I think my performance was a little affected during squad sticks. My squad said I didn't really give them like 100% during squad sticks, so I was like, cool. Tried to make it up during platoon. Gave it everything I had during platoon. Then we came back from platoon. That's basically it. You got like a couple days left. And after platoon, all we did was CIF turn in and things like that. So like yesterday, all we did was like CIF turn in. I finished turning everything in today actually because they didn't take my rucksack. I was tight about that. Said my rucksack was dirty. That was not dirty. All in all, cycle hasn't been too bad. I learned a lot, and I'm gonna go over a video of like the biggest things I learned. But yeah, that's it. If anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, you can hit me up on Snapchat, Instagram, or YouTube. Please don't add me on Facebook. Don't add me on Facebook. Don't add me on Facebook. And that's it. Dominique, aka Mr. Kid Thunder 2, and I'm out. Peace.